So, Jeremy, do you go by Jeremy or do you go by Jason?
I prefer Jason.
Okay. Jason, I'm so thankful that you've put your application in for our release of information specialist, and I just have a few questions I'd like to go over with you. I see that you have some CNA training, and I was wondering how does that training apply and help you as going into this position of release information specialist.
Well, I guess on the most basic level, I have experience with medical terminology, communicating with doctors. As a CNA, I communicate with doctors, nurses, so I believe that my communication skills with clients and fellow coworkers would benefit me along with the medical knowledge. As a CNA, I had a bit limited access to charts, but I did have an experience with the electronic databases.
Okay. So what kind of made you to decide to go from CNA into this position?
Kind of interesting in the way it happened. I would say was going towards a step-up LPN program that was recommended by my CNA instructor, but I applied to different programs here at NWAC since I graduated here from a couple of years ago. The HIM program, which is one of the ones I applied for, kind of just fell into my lap, and I just kind of always had a natural interest in computers and databases and such, and I figured I'd give this a try.
Kind of gives you the best of both worlds, with the health and the computers, if you're enjoying both of those. I noticed that you had a gap in your work history. I was wondering if you could give me a little more information about that.
Yes, ma'am. So I guess you have my resume, and you notice that in between, I believe it was my job that ended in 2008 and my most recent one, there is a significant gap, and it's mainly consists of it's mostly me working towards my associates in science, which I got from NWAC in 2012, and also working in some other job that really were not, I wouldn't say as applicable.
So I also saw on your resume that you worked for Disney. Is there anything that happened at Disney or some kind of work experience that could benefit you in this position?
For Disney, it was kind of a summer internship program, but we did have the option of taking college and kind of college credit courses, if you will, and that unfortunately did not carry over to NWAC, but I did have did take a couple of management classes there, so took a couple of management courses they did offer, as well as experience from the internship itself. A lot of I worked in the park, basically interacting with guests and kind of daytime maintenance, so I was very comfortable around personal interactions and helping people out. So, yes.
Sounds like fun. So, this next question is kind of twofold, and I was wondering if you could tell me maybe what some of your strengths are, and then on the flip side, what are some of the weaknesses that you have?
Okay, so I guess probably one of my greatest and I guess most obvious strengths is my experience in the medical background. So I do have a couple years experience as CNA and also wide interest in medical, so as the release of health information, I would believe that would benefit me some. I also am quite experienced with computers, and whether it's the Mac and Windows or mobile devices, I have a large knowledge of all operating systems, which gives help. As a CNA, I did have experience working with the database, specifically in Morse's EPIC system, which I believe would be very helpful. As for weaknesses, I would say I'd be over enthusiastic in a sorry about that.
That's okay. I understand.
Okay, so anyways, at times I'm willing to accept a lot of tasks, and unfortunately that can be a double-edged sword. I can take a lot of tasks, unfortunately I can sometimes pile my assignments.
Okay.
But I do find a way to accomplish everything.
Okay, well that's good. So where do you see yourself in, say, 5 years and then in 10 years?
Well, hopefully employed.
Yeah.
But in 5 years, I would honestly like to work my way up from a kind of entry clinical system to maybe advancement. In 5-10 years, and then find myself in possibly management, even perhaps a health information management director role.
Okay. Well, we've talked about a lot of things. Here's your opportunity to give me a reason on why we should hire you versus some of our other applicants.
One specific reason I can think of is I'm currently enrolled in the Northwest Arkansas Community College Information Management, Health Information Management Program. That's quite a mouthful.
Yes, it is.
So, anyways, we're currently working towards a RHIT certification, which I believe would set me apart, as well as this past summer we did several internships at different sites, which I got a wide array of experiences at, including an information release company.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you filling out the application and coming and doing this interview with us through Skype, and we are hopefully going to make a decision within the next week, and we will let you know one way or another. You will hear from us. So, thank you for coming in.